it's Ange. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. If you saw the video that I posted back in August, you would know that I recently quit my job and Joe and I moved out of the house that we had been renting for the past just about 4 years. One of the biggest reasons for this is that we're actually looking to buy a house in the next year and we wanted to save up as much money as possible. The rent where we were living just kept getting higher and higher, and so we decided to ask my parents if we could live with them while we saved money and started house hunting. Luckily they said yes, and we were able to pack up most of our stuff into a storage unit and stay with them until we find somewhere to buy. The one problem with my parents' house is that their house is pretty small, like less than 1,000 square feet, and we would somehow need to pare down all of our stuff from our 3-bedroom house into my 100 square foot childhood bedroom. So there were a few restrictions for this project. Number one is because of how this room is laid out, there were only a few places that we could put our bed, the dresser, and our bookshelves, so they wouldn't be blocking the heater, window, or closet. Number two is that we're going to be spending most of our day relaxing and working from this room, so we thought it was important to have a hangout / work area and a sleeping area. And the third thing is we didn't want to have to buy anything new for this room because we need to save every penny we can for the house buying process. With those three things, I knew we needed to have a plan. If this is approximately how the room is laid out, we wanted to be able to put the bookshelves over here next to the closet and put our TV on top of them. Across from that would be our bed, which we've been using a Japanese style futon for almost a year now, and that kind of bed actually works perfectly for this setup. The futon will act as our bed when it's flat, but when it's folded up, it works perfect as a little couch, so we can sit on it and use our laptops, watch TV, or play games. In front of our futon, we'll put our kotatsu, so we have a place to work and eat, and next to that, in this corner, we'll put our dresser. From there, we'll have to find places for the rest of our things, but that's the basic idea we're gonna start with. The first thing that we needed to do was clean out the bedroom. Because I haven't lived with my parents in almost 10 years, my bedroom kind of became a gathering place for all sorts of stuff. Stuffed animals, totes of old keepsakes, my old bed frame, pillows, a rocking chair, my mom's clothes, and most recently, all of the stuff that Joe and I would need while we were living here. I wanted to make sure we had a clean slate and plenty of room to move things around. Once it was nice and clean, we could start putting things back into the room, starting with the biggest pieces of furniture because they were just sitting in the living room and we had to get them out before my dad got home from work. The dresser was already in here, so we just slid that over to the corner of the room where we wanted it to go. Next was the bookshelves. Those would go in the spot where we just moved the dresser from. Then we brought in the kotatsu and the TV. Luckily, the TV fit perfectly on top of the bookshelves. My parents had this extra lamp with shelves that used to be in the living room, and I thought it would be perfect for having some less harsh lighting at night. I had almost forgotten about my jewelry box, but there was just enough space for it between the door and the dresser. Now that we've made sure everything fit where we wanted it to go, we could start decorating. The bookshelves were the thing I was most excited to decorate. Both Joe and I love collecting just little things, so these shelves are kind of a representation of everything we love. Books, old cameras, candles, journaling supplies, video games. It was important to us that this room have bits and pieces of our collections just to really solidify that this was our space. We actually reorganized these shelves about 1,000,000 times until we were finally happy with them. We had to get creative with the storage space in this room, so on top of the dresser we put a junk tote that is just for all of our extra stuff that doesn't have a home. A box for my winter socks and sweaters, and then some of my sentimental stuffed animals that I just didn't really want to pack away. Joe had the actually brilliant idea to take all of our extra sheets and blankets, roll them up, and put them on the side of the dresser. It doesn't look the best, but it keeps them nice and tidy, and they aren't taking up any room and the bedroom, or the small closet. One of my coworkers gave me this Lego set on my last day of work, and I thought it would be the perfect little decoration to go on my shelves next to my side of the bed. All that was left to do now were some final touches. My glasses and jewelry on top of the jewelry box. A few things placed on the table. And this fuzzy carpet my mom had bought when we originally painted this room yellow. We installed some blackout blinds too. So, what do you all think? I think that this room came out way better than I originally thought it would. I would have liked to have some lighting behind the TV, but other than that, I love it. Sometimes change is difficult for me, but I do think that younger me would have thought this room was the coolest thing ever, but she probably would have wanted to keep the walls hot pink and purple. Thank you all so much for watching all the way to the end of the video. If you liked the video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel to see more of my fun random projects. I'll see you next time.